Okay, so Dino said he was going to be coming near the end because he has to watch the episode.
Okay.
So what he told us to do, he said start without us, and then we'll just wait for him to join because he's watching the episode right now.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, this will probably be another shorter episode. Okay, so welcome to the Masters 8 podcast. Today we have a returning special guest being Howard Cloud Gaming. Would you like to say hello?
Hello, everyone. This is Madison, or known as Heart Cloud Productions, who is joining in on this week's podcast.
Okay, that is quite nice. Yeah, so it's me, Samurai, as always. Again, Dino said he was going to come later, so we can get started on episode 69. Nice. Uh, who would you like to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I'll go first. So, in summarization of what episode 69 is of Pokemon Journeys,
Nice.
Go and Chloe is assigning Grookey and Eevee to do an errand while they keep an eye on them. But Team Rocket has led its Polite to do an errand as well, where the two Pokemon do tend to do errands at the same time while causing mayhem in the city. That's the best summarization I could summarize while remembering.
So, long story short, long story short, I said long story short, basically, Go and Haru assign their Pokemon to do an errand, and Team Rocket assign one of their Pokemon to do an errand at the same time, and hijinks ensue.
Mm-hmm. I'll be sharing my thoughts on this episode.
Yeah, go ahead, knock yourself out.
So, to be honest, for a filler episode, I thought it was a pretty good watch. And this is one of the few actual moments that I actually like Grookey in this episode. I mean the way he interacts with Eevee and how those two are acting like cute little devils, which is I always liked it to call those two as like cute little devils because well they're like kind of like troublemakers. And
yeah, understandable.
And the way how their adventure goes on throughout like the city when they're trying to do this errand, while Team Rocket getting in the way, it was handled pretty smoothly. What I do gotta admit is that I really did like that Team Rocket used Pliber again. Not just to send out the gacha, which is at least it was only like for like plot device, I guess, to do this errand, and I thought it was a pretty nice touch. Even though it's a plot of Team Rocket starving to death because of Morpeko is getting kind of old, but the way how the Pliber was used, it was done pretty well. I really did like how Ash is acting like a mentor in this episode because he seems to like show his maturity. And I really did like how he did use some of his Pokemon to help out in this situation. Gengar, I was so happy to see again because we haven't seen him since, I don't know, like the last time he did something was, I honestly don't know because it's been that long ago, and I'm so glad to see Gengar again. Sirfetch'd, however, that is where I'm gonna go into personal nitpicking territory because the way how Sirfetch'd was used to knock out Pliper as it was about to crash into Grookey and Eevee, The
Mm-hmm.
way how he is just in front of them and how the two did not even notice. I just feel like it was kind of dumb that those two didn't really notice even though Surfish was in front of them. I would have chose something that is a little bit more smarter where a Pokemon could actually like knock out Fliper from a far distance. That is why I thought that Ash should have used his Lucario and commanded him to use Aura Sphere to knock out Fliper, so that way Grookey and Eevee wouldn't even notice. Again, that was a personal nitpick for me, which is it was nice to see Surfetch, but to be honest, I just think that the placement just feels kind of dumb, and in terms of Grookey and Eevee not noticing, and it just feels kind of dumb in my opinion. But
That's fair.
the moment itself is nice, but in terms of relevance, it just really could have been handled better if Ash used Lucario or something, which is I'm just getting tired of him getting shafted all the time, which is I just hope that after the Project Mew arc, I just hope we get something for him to do. So don't take me too personally. It's just me pointing out a silly personal nitpick.
Yeah. Okay.
And finally, I do gotta admit that I do like the ending. The ending is just well animated, to be honest. The way how Grookey is struggling while also keeping on going towards Go is just really well animated, and I just I just really like how Grookey is just keeping on going despite how much he has walked throughout the forest and then all the way to the Cerise laboratory. That moment's just made me really like Grookey. So that's my final thoughts on this episode. I thought it was a pretty good filler episode. I'd give it a 8 out of 10, to be honest. Now it's your turn.
Okay. Well, I enjoyed this episode. It's a filler episode that I enjoyed. I thought it was harmless. I like the fact that Ash was using his different Pokemon, as you said before, because we finally get to see it. Oh, who joined? It was Dino, wasn't it? Okay, it's back. It's back. So, as I was saying, this episode was fine, very enjoyable. I like the fact that Ash used different Pokemon, and it was a mixture of Pokemon he caught this season. It's he's actually using them for once. We haven't seen Gengar being used by Ash in so long. So finally, yeah, he's finally using Gengar. Oh right, this is great. Yeah, this episode was harmless. I did like the ending. I thought it was charming. So I'm gonna give this episode around a 6 out of 10. It was fine. It was enjoyable.
Fair.
Definitely way better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like the Lucario and Cinderace episode where they were flying all around and it got boring real quick. So, definitely exceeded my expectations there.
Even though that episode was fine to me, despite how the joke keeps on dragging on and on.
It got repetitive for me. It got way too repetitive.
I know, but to me it's a fine for me. I don't know.
I could see how somebody would like that episode, but at the same time, it just got we get it. It's not funny anymore. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the episode. So, Mushakad again. Dino, did you finish the episode? Because that was a really fast watch. If you did.
No, I'm late because of personal stuff, so I didn't have time. So I would just be like the side guy and see you guys.
All right.
That's no problem. This episode wasn't too major anyway, so that's no problem.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, so I guess we could jump into some of the other Pokemon related things that happened this week. We got a Pokemon cartoon yesterday that was blowing up the internet.
Yeah, I did notice.
It was in the style of Twilight Wings, and I love the style of Twilight Wings, so I heavily enjoyed it. We got to see Old Man Charizard, so that old Charizard made the whole special for me. Dino, did you happen to watch the Poketoon special that they released yesterday?
Well, as you can see, I'm not catch up with anything, so I have to watch that later too, or I can do it now if it's short.
It's not too long, but at the same time, you should watch it like on its own because it's like Twilight Wings. They're not too long, but like you want to watch it so you can soak everything in. You don't want to rush through it.
Okay, then I will chill.
It's a really nice and like harmless special. It's very wholesome too. Like if you like wholesomeness, you're going to enjoy that.
Mm-hmm. I actually watched it this morning.
Ah, because the subs finally came.
And I did like it.
Most people like thought it was like, oh yeah, this is cute. Yeah, it's like most people I saw were like generally had very positive opinions on it, similar to Twilight Wings. Which, man, I want them to do a Twilight Wings for like Diamond and Pearl and Legends Arceus because everybody, I think we can all generally agree that Twilight Wings was a very like what you call it again, fun thing, and it was like very nice to see that art style.
And to see, well, the previous Twilight Wings episodes, exploring more of the Galar region and seeing more of the Galar characters.
Because like if you ask me, the games didn't really like delve into like Galar too much as a region. So like the Twilight Wings like definitely helped like solidify Galar as like a more built on region.
Which is I really did like.
I liked it because we got like multiple background, and a lot of people say they want Dynamax battle very similar to how it was done in Twilight Wings. So like, what are your opinions on that?
I agree. I would say many people like Lance versus Leon. I didn't like it at all. It was so lackluster. But to see how Twilight Wing made Dynamax battle so cool. I would definitely wish that at least for the end fight, like for Master 8, they will use like the same budgets or the anime Twilight Wings.
That's fair. The way I argue it is that like Twilight Wings, I think had a higher budget than like because Pokemon anime episodes, like the episodes themselves have like a budget, and I think Twilight Wings just had a higher like budget and production order rather than what Pokemon Journeys is getting. But yeah, I would like to see like the way Dynamax battles worked in Twilight Wings into Shikarian, the anime.
Maybe
yeah,
that.
Like, could you say what you were saying again? I interrupted you by accident.
Maybe that's why I've noticed that Twilight Wings actually just feels more smoother because I pretty much guessed that it had a much bigger budget.
Yeah, because like these are average Pokemon anime episodes that are going on TV. These are like web cartoons, so it's like could just be that it had a higher budget. We just don't know. But yeah, the director of Twilight Wings worked on this, so I hope we get to see him work on more projects in the future, like for the games. Like if this is what they want to do for like instead of like Pokemon Generations, which we had like a while back. I think that was 5 years ago, if I'm not wrong. Like Pokemon Generations, which was like a side like cartoon that would release, I think every week or every month. I can't remember every week or every month that we got like backstory on like a game character or like a character in general. So if like they want to do this again, but with the Twilight Wings art style, I'll be down.
That's cool.
I'll be down. So since Dino didn't watch the episode, and like we're gonna wait for them, so he'll probably do his review on the episode next week, like a Philistine.
What do you mean, Fellerstein?
Philistine. It's what you call somebody who's uncultured, and I just called Dino that because he's uncultured.
Oh, okay.
It's just
Oh,
no, because you guys call me cringe all the time. So this is what I do to wish it caught again, spite you guys. So I think we can just jump right into like topics of this week, which is Marvel released a trailer. Marvel released a trailer with air quotes for Spider-Man No Way Home, but it wasn't really a trailer. It was they got rickrolled.
Oh wow, what a troll video.
No, they actually played like the whole song because like the song is owned by Sony, so they're allowed to play the song without getting copyrighted. So they actually played the whole song, which was hilarious because it just started out with like a Spider-Man trailer. Like, oh wow, they released the trailer. Wow, this trailer is so lit. And then I got the dee, 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 dee. I was like, nah, that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
do you mean the one they send in from chat?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah.
That wasn't from the real Sony. That was like a double ganger channel.
Oh, that was a troll code. Okay, that was a troll. But it was still a funny joke. That is definitely a funny joke.
Well, I expected it. Like I click on the link, but like as soon before it started to play, I already realized that.
They usually would start with like the logos or some shit, but like
Mm-hmm.
But there's been a lot of hype about No Way Home with a bunch of people saying, "Oh yeah, there's gonna be all these characters returning and all the Spider-Mans are gonna come back, and it's like it's gonna be so new and so fresh, and everybody's gonna love it."
I see.
Unpopular
I've seen
opinion: I don't want Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield to return. I hope it's a Tom movie.
like Andrew Garfield, but like I like Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, but yeah, I'm with you. They don't need a return because like we already have Spider-Verse. If you want Spider-Man to cross over, it's a cool idea, but I don't need it to happen.
Yeah, not in the MCU. Maybe like a Sony side project, but like not as the third Spider-Man movie.
Because the MCU is like a whole different other universe, and it's very like I don't know what they're gonna do, but like hopefully maybe we get to see what you call again a new Spider-Man villain enter something that isn't just Mysterio. Like, I'm not even saying what you call it again. We need like
Interesting.
are there any villains from the Spider-Man universe you would want to see in like what you call it again in the MCU?
I would like to see Doctor Octopus, but it is confirmed that Doctor Octopus will return, but like the old one, like directly from
Okay.
Spider-Man 2.
I would like to probably see. Let's see, who would we got? I would usually say Venom, but like Venom has his own thing going on, and so I don't think they're gonna put him in the MCU because Venom is my favorite Spider-Man villain. So I would probably have to go with maybe Electro because Electro is like a villain who we haven't seen a lot in like movies and such, or Rhino.
And he was done dirty, so maybe he will get the redemption he needs.
Yeah, it'd be cool to see, and then maybe we could see Green Goblin, but that's like that's not gonna happen. Like I have a very that isn't gonna happen kind of attitude with this.
Yeah.
True.
Okay, so I think we can move on to the other Spider-Man related thing, which is I think this is how you say her name. Issa Rae has been. That's how I think you say her name. I'm not. I'm probably butchering it. Issa Rae has been casted as Spider-Woman into the Spider-Verse 2, which I think all of us generally here like the Spider-Verse movie. I know I like it, but I don't know like if you guys like it or not. So like
In my opinion,
apparently
but it was very good.
To be honest, I haven't seen it, so I can't make an opinion.
bruh.
Uh,
4 years. No, it's a really good movie. It's definitely a really good movie. I'm excited
Yeah,
that they're getting a sequel, which means we're
overrated.
probably gonna get even more.
but to be
Not
honest,
really.
I did hear how good it was. So at least I was aware of it.
Like
But
it was
no, when
a
I call
really
something
good.
overrated,
Hmm?
I think it can get overrated at times because I've seen a bunch of people say this is the best movie of all time. It's like, eh,
Yeah, exactly. It is
no,
a
no,
really good
no,
movie.
it's not.
But everyone's acting like it's the best movie of all time.
It's not the best movie of all time. It's probably one of the best Spider-Man movies I've definitely seen because we have seen like
Yeah,
a lot of bad Spider-Man movies.
that I agree.
One the best in that category.
But like if I had to give like if I want to see like we can get to see more Spider-Man people, which there's a lot of Spider people I want to see. I want to see what you call it again. What's his name? I want to see Ben Parker. I think that's his name because like wait, is this Scarlet Spider or Ben? I can't remember because he's supposed to be a clone of Peter Parker, but I can't remember his name off the top of my head. So I'm thinking it's Ben Parker. I'm thinking if I'm not wrong. I want to see like want to get to see like Ben Parker, maybe like Iron Spider, and then like the superior Spider, which is basically Otto Octavius that took over Spider-Man's body and then decided to become a good guy. So I want to see like what you call it again. Those three most definitely interact with the Spider-Verse universe. Is there anyone you want to see, Dino? Because you're usually a resident Marvel expert.
I have no idea because we had so much in the first Spider-Verse already. I have no idea what to expect.
True, very true. We did get a lot in the first Spider-Verse. One thing I will admit that the first Spider-Verse, it definitely had like they could have like overdone it with a bunch of characters, but they choose to be like very small with the characters they chose.
Yeah, it was like a fine mix of many characters.
Yeah.
I see.
So another thing we can like what you call talk about is that My Hero came out with a gotcha game that was actually released in Japan first, but like it got localized into English, and I've seen like a bunch of people play it.
Because it was made by a Chinese studio, so it was in China for beta, but that's not important.
Oh, it was. I thought Bandai Namco made it because like they're usually the ones who make the anime gotcha games with like Dragon Ball Z and Naruto and shit. So I was assuming, like it was actually in
Yeah.
China.
That's true.
So like I'm probably not gonna play it because I don't need My Hero Gotcha. Did you play it before? I think I saw you play it.
Yeah, I saw. I played it, and I'm so pissed because my friend has so much better luck than me.
That's gotcha games for you. I already play a bunch of gotcha games. I already play like Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. I play Dragon Ball Legends. I play Fire Emblem Heroes. So during that I play Fire. I play enough gotcha games for a lifetime. Thank you very much. I play Vanguard Zero, so I think I'm fine. I don't need I don't need a My Hero gotcha game.
True.
Me neither.
Yeah, but My Hero just wrapped up its what you call it again, its latest arc being. Is it I forgot what the arc's called. I know it's like Class A versus Class B, and that's what I'm gonna call it. The Class A versus Class B arc.
Technically, we still have one episode left in the arc, like the ending episode. Next episode is about like the what happens after, but like the arc's not.
I already read the manga, so that's why I wasn't keeping up with the anime at this point because like I read all the way up to where season 5 was gonna end. So I would be pretty good. Like I'm gonna be pretty good. So I don't really need to watch it. It's not on my main priority, but I will watch it when it comes up.
All right.
That's. Do you guys have you guys watched My Hero Academia lately? Like, have you guys like? Do you like it so far? Do you dislike it?
Yeah, the season started slow, but now it picked up pace. Like I enjoyed the last 3 episodes a lot. Like before that, there was like few episodes that I didn't like, but now it's picking up pace. So I'm hyped for the next episodes.
That's fair because like when I first watched, I was like, this is kind of slow. Like this is very slow. Deku
Yeah,
looked.
they did.
Sometimes
Yeah,
I've seen sometimes I've seen TV series start off a little slow, which is I've experienced some examples before.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, and then another thing to mention is we got some new Pokemon cards being released soon. So like those who want to play, like it's Unova month now, so they're making a set called Black and White with N. Like I'm looking on the Twitter page right now. We got N, we got a Jirachi EX, a Darkrai EX, Ridiculous. It looks like they're re-releasing some cards, if I'm not wrong. These look like re-releases because they're using EX instead of GX.
Interesting.
But considering that Target stopped selling these cards along with Walmart, I don't know how everybody's gonna get them because everybody stopped selling them because these guys were going into the store flipping fiending over these dang packs.
Yeah, for real.
They were fighting for their lives in there. I was like, dang, is this the Hunger Games? It's not that serious. They're gonna restock next week, guys. But no, like I actually have things to say about that because I actually play TCGs like Yu-Gi-Oh and like Pokemon. So it works is that even if you buy a tin, you're not guaranteed to get that card. And a lot of people like the way YouTube works is that YouTubers will like only record them opening the really like lottery card that gives them like $3,000 back. Yeah, that happens very rarely. That's super rare to happen. So like if you are legitimately interested in like playing the Pokemon TCG, like you should probably head to like websites that specialize in selling like cards as singles. Just like if you're not a card game player, like there's two types of like things. There's sealed product, which is what you get in booster packs, and then there's sealed product, which is what you if you're playing competitively or if like you want to build a certain deck, you buy singles. So like let's say I just wanted a card with Samurott. So like I would go on tcgplayer.com and then type in Samurott card, Pokemon card, and then it would give me a listing of like just Samurott cards for sale. But if I wanted a tin, I would have to go out to like a store and buy like a tin and open it. So if you're asking me which one I prefer, I think both have their advantages. If you want a Pacific card, buy a single, like buy singles. But if you want like, oh, I just want to buy some cards, like casually, like you open a pack once in a while, it doesn't hurt anybody. I've gotten some GX from packs, so like that just goes to show you how rare they can be.
Okay.
I used to collect cards, but I realized there are just way too many cards to like really collect, so I stopped eventually.
I would say collect the cards you like, and then like collect the cards you like, and then don't like focus on getting them all because there's always gonna be more. This is Pokemon. There's always gonna be more. I got all the Pokemon cards. 100 new Pokemon were just revealed. Fuck. Just fuck. Another thing to like put of note is that we got the new Nintendo Switch Pro. It's coming out, guys. The Nintendo Switch Pro is gonna get revealed this week, next week, the week after that. I've seen it all over the internet. It's like, can they just release the Nintendo Switch Pro already? Like, can they just confirm it exists so we can stop seeing these spams of like it's getting like yo guys it's getting revealed today. Yo guys it's getting revealed next week. When is it gonna get revealed, huh? When? Because people keep on
What's
saying it's
critical is that the Nintendo Direct specifies that it will be about a 40 minutes presentation about the Nintendo Switch software, not hardware.
Because of course presentation.
yeah. So a lot of people are expecting a Nintendo Switch Pro. I just want Nintendo to put some new in backgrounds for the Nintendo Switch because all we've had is light mode and dark mode. Can we get a blue gradient, please? It's not that much trouble. Come on. It's like I don't need a Nintendo Switch Pro.
Like different colors.
Thank you, like different colors, like maybe update the profile pictures because like I like the profile picture like options they gave us, but it's just too barren. Like you have a whole bunch of characters you could pull from and you like limit yourself to so many or like allow us to upload things from the internet. Like if we sign into our Nintendo account online, we can like upload pictures from the internet and use that as a Nintendo Switch.
That would be really
and
cool.
have in Netflix and internet browser on the dang thing. Like that was so stupid. It's like how do you have Funimation, but you guys don't have Netflix? Like what kind of sense does that make?
It makes us useless.
A lot of stuff like Wish Cardigan. There's a lot of stuff I like about Wish Cardigan. lot of stuff I like about fucking Chicago and the Nintendo Switch, but there's a lot of stuff that it needs.
Yeah.
Okay, so is that everything I got? Let me see if there's any more news
What
that I
about
forgot to cover.
what about the what about episode 70 of Pokemon Journeys preview? I don't think we went over it yet.
Didn't, but like, I'm not that interested. It seems okay.
One news we have is a new episode title, like the underground labyrinth one or something.
You go to Bulbapedia and see they usually like update it.
I can just go to Twitter.
Or you could shut your stinking face. Me.
Wow.
This is the pain I go through.
I can understand that.
I found a title.
No, you didn't. You're lying because you want to show me up. No, he didn't.
Whatever you say.
Title is Shuffle Panic in the Underground Labyrinth. Suck it. Yeah,
So,
yeah, James and Morpeko. It sounds fine. Like, I'm not too interested in it. Maybe it's gonna be good. We just don't know because Team Rocket episodes have been hit or miss, mostly miss. So
And for most likely any other episode that might not catch my interest the most, I still give them a watch if it proves me right or wrong.
fair. That's been a lot of episodes in Pokemon Journeys, like what you're calling the Krissa Psyduck episode. That surprised me. I thought it was gonna be like, oh, it's gonna be like, oh, it was actually pretty wholesome. It wasn't that bad.
the biggest surprise is Clubbelia.
I enjoyed that one.
Big surprise that guy got curved heavy. That was the biggest curve I've ever seen in my life.
Which one?
He in the Krissa Psyduck episode, the guy was trying to go in for a hug. Krissa went to the Psyduck, man. Killed me. I was rolling.
Top 10 animal.
That got me laughing.
He's like, oh, she's gonna hug me, and then she went to the side. Like I was dying of laughter. I was like, no, no. That's why do you gotta do a guy like that? Y'all didn't have to do that. Y'all didn't have to do that.
I just felt so bad for that guy.
It's a heavy curve. Okay, and I think that's all the news we got.
Pretty much.
That's all the news I don't know if Dino's got any news because sometimes Dino wants to bring these surprise news things to the table.
Yeah, because you're too cringe to remember all this.
Oh, yeah? Do you have any news today, Mr. Abdul? This is too cringy to remember anything.
I already reminded you of the new episode title, so I'm fine.
No, you're not. That doesn't count.
Oh gosh, no.
Wait, there is something. Fall Guys, the game that
That no one plays.
somehow alive, nobody plays, but something that I have to mention is that it has a Bomberman crossover, which I'm sad crossover in Smash Bros. Which I love. So yeah, go ahead, like knock yourself out. Wait, something I did want to mention back to my hero stuff. Dragon Ball Hero franchise. You you didn't say anything. You're silent.
Oh, what's the other game like?
We haven't like they just like said, oh yeah, there's talks about what Chicago on Guilty Gear and Dragon Ball working on a My Hero like style fighting game. That's like what I've heard. I seen a post and I can't find the post now. I'll search for it on Twitter right now. But I've heard My Hero should get a fighting game before a lot of other franchises. Name one person who plays My Justice. Like, is it One Justice? I don't even know the name of the game. Name one
Neither
person who
do I.
plays One Justice. You see, One Justice is such a boring game.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's been talks about it, and it's like, in my opinion, that should probably like because Demon Slayer is getting its own game, which is like in the style of the Naruto Ninja Storm games. So if you played those, you know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So like Demon Slayer is getting its own game. So like a lot of the new animes are getting its own game, except Black Clover because Black Clover is over, and I wasn't even a huge fan of Black Clover, but even I'm like, y'all didn't give Black Clover nothing. That's terrible.
That's just being rude. Not giving that the credit like the others.
I personally think it's because Black Clover just doesn't sell as well because like that's the way manga works sometimes. Like sometimes if it doesn't sell, it doesn't get like a game.
Yeah.
True.
Because like Demon Slayer has been like utterly crushing the manga game from what I've hearing. Like I think it outsold One Piece at one point, which is unbelievable. Yeah, so I found it. It was a rumor of what you call again. What I've heard is like it's a rumor of what you call again. It's a rumor of what you call again. Arc Systems working on a what you call again My Hero fighting game. I just lost I had it and then I clicked something like an idiot, and I just lost. Okay, I found it again. It's all good. Okay, so the rumor says My Hero Academia fighting game similar to Dragon Ball Fighters type game being developed by Arc System Works could be revealed at E3 this month. It is unconfirmed yet, so take it with a grain of salt. This could be true or false. Let's wait and see. Again, I don't want a My Hero Academia fighting game.
Okay.
Apparently this rumor is like from 4chan, so again, take it with a bit of salt. If I was to like
4chan,
give
okay.
yeah, so it's like take it with a hint of salt. But like if I was to give My Hero Academia anything, I would probably give it an RPG because I think My Hero Academia would fit like an RPG way better.
I see.
That's my reaction.
But I like My Hero Academia, like it's a series that's so on and off for me because there's so much you can do with it, but at the same time, it's just like I know what's gonna happen. I know what's gonna happen. Like again, if I were to give any anime a fighting game like in the style of Dragon Ball Fighters, it would probably be like Bleach.
Of course, Bleach.
I like Bleach, okay?
Okay.
Am I not
Nothing
like,
wrong with that.
Bleach is so forgotten nowadays because Bleach is like such a big anime that is like so underrated at the same time.
That doesn't make sense, but okay.
Okay. So when you think about anime that isn't like think about old anime that was made in the 2000s. What first comes to mind? Naruto and One Piece, and then Bleach gets left behind. But Bleach isn't small. Bleach is actually pretty big. So at the same time, it's underrated and big at the same time.
I'm pretty sure it's like the top 3 anime in Japan back in the days with One Piece and Naruto.
Yeah, they used to call them the big three because they like run a monopoly on the manga game. But like the what you call them, the guy who writes Bleach and he draws at the same time, I would call him more of an artist than a writer. Like if you've seen like Bleach manga style, like Bleach manga style looks phenomenal. Like I'll probably show you guys like a manga. Sure.
Mm.
Because like the way he draws characters is like insane.
Yeah.
Very similar to like the Washikagan, the author of Dragon Ball, with the way they again. That I would consider them better artists than they are writers. If you've seen Dragon Ball art, you guys know that like it's very expressive.
Yeah.
There's tons of characters with like within that again. And it's such a shame too, because Bleach, in my opinion, like my favorite out of the big three that came out between Naruto and One Piece. Like I wanted to get something like a fighting game. So I'll
Okay.
put it in so like Addison could see it. So like you guys should be seeing it now.
Yeah.
You see it?
I see.
Yeah. So like Bleach is the one I would choose. Like Dino, if you had to choose one anime to get a fighting game, what would it be?
That's a great question, but I probably will still say My Hero Academia just because it's like one of my favorite anime right now. Or
Your favorite anime
we
right
could
now?
get a Pokemon fighting game.
We have Pokken tournament. What do you mean we need a Pokemon? We have Pokken tournament.
Which is I was aware of that too.
But
We have
name me one
back
person
then.
that plays Pokemon regularly.
Animated Ginger. I talk to him sometimes. So yeah.
Okay, I lose.
Yeah. Yeah, you do lose.
Pokemon. I thought
Suck it.
I bought Pokemon expecting it will be a masterpiece, but I dropped it like after a few days.
Hey, it's because you're playing it the wrong way. Pokken is supposed to be like, have you played Tekken?
I know.
The way you play Tekken is the way you play Pokken. Because Pokken, Tekken, combine Pokemon, Tekken, Pokken.
Mm.
That's the way you're supposed to play it, you Philistine.
Samurai always use like words I don't know, and then just.
Maybe you should pick up a dictionary.
Thank you very much for that advice.
Yes, yeah, pick up a dictionary vocabulary. It would be helpful.
Mm. Well.
And I think that is everything we got, because there's, unless any of you guys watched in Gorilla, the new movie that came out.
No one watched Cruella.
I've seen some people watch Gorilla. Apparently, it's really good.
Apparently, it's really bad from what I heard.
I've heard like very mixed opinions. I think we can say that. So like people say I hate the way Disney is now, and some people say I love the way Disney is now. So what's your opinion on that?
I haven't watched it, but I can't like say over like I'm saying Disney is making too much remakes than original stuff, but that's not the point. For Cruella, I will say I haven't seen it, but from what I heard, if you like the kind of movie that it is, like this crazy fashion movie, then you will like it. Otherwise, you won't like it. Like it's a pretty specific film.
Okay. My like take on modern Disney is that it's very money hungry, like very money hungry. The point where I don't think like if it ruined the Star Wars trilogy, because I remember when Disney bought Star Wars, it was like, oh, Disney bought Star Wars. Okay, well, I wonder what they're gonna do with the IP. You know, there's a bunch of things they could really do with it, and then it ruined the last. I remember my teacher was like, just you wait, because I said I forgot. I think it was the Force Awakens. Was it the Force Awakens? I can't even remember. The Last Jedi, I think it was. So I said, "Oh, the Last Jedi was a bad movie." Like, just wait. You're gonna think this trilogy is phenomenal with Rise of Skywalker. Boy, was she wrong, because that ending. I don't know if any of you guys have watched Rise of Skywalker, but if you have,
I did.
you know what I'm talking about with the ending. It was like the whole point was, "What's your name?" Skywalker. No, it's not. It's not. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. They dropped the ball on so many accounts with that movie.
Yeah.
I see.
I think the only good part of that movie was probably like Kylo Ren, and like even then he fucking died. So yeah,
Yeah,
fuck him.
yeah, that's
Uh,
true.
oh,
Well, but I will have to go now, so maybe we'll wrap this up.
we're ending the
Yeah.
podcast. This was a very short episode, but not a lot happened this week.
Hmm.
Okay, so I'm Dino. Like, let's say our goodbyes.
Okay.
So Dino, if you mind going first, because you're a Philistine.
Whatever. Well,
No, anipoke. Dino
this is
anipoke, more
Dino
like
and
Dino
Dream. I'm
Philistine.
Philistine, and yeah, see you next week. Where Salami is hopefully here, and I can bully you.
No, no more double teaming on me this time. Okay,
Oh my
I'll
gosh.
say your goodbyes.
All right.
Madison,
I'll
your
see.
goodbyes.
Okay. I'll see you all later. Everyone
Her
who
channel,
is watching the podcast.
channels will be in the link description down below. Okay, and this is Samurai out. Yes, I'm using my YouTube outro because I'm fucking lazy. Yeah.
So I will have to go now. Bye, guys.
He admitted it. He said he was a Philistine.
Bye.
Bye.